Okay, day 11, we have got our restorative, really stretchy class for our mobility. So starting to wind down, maybe you're starting to feel a little bit more open, focusing on really our ankles, our hips today, just so that we can feel ready for our next week, our stability week. Okay, so I want everybody to sit down nice and comfortably. Maybe you're sitting on a block, even a chair. Just come into your nice comfortable seated position. Hands onto the thighs, palms facing up, close down the eyes. I've got a little friend coming here to join me. Hello, Ludo. Good boy. Keeping the eyes closed. Maybe you have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Think about all of the work that you have put into this week already. Everything that you have started to learn about your body, how it works, things that don't work so well, things that you need to work on. Now is the time to start putting everything into play. I can give you all of these tips and tricks and bits of information, but essentially I can't do the work for you. Take your right ear down towards your right shoulder, stretching down the left side of that neck. One thing that my mum said to me the other day, she said you don't realise that you can't do things until it's too late. She said she was turning her head around, looking back, trying to reverse the car, and she realised she couldn't turn her neck as far as she used to be able to. So all of these things we want to keep nice and lubricated, working to that full range of motion so that we don't suddenly realise one day that we have gone too far and it's going to take a lot of work to get that mobility back. Turn your chin now, still with this right ear to the right shoulder, just turn your chin so it's towards your chest. So you might start to feel a little bit of a different stretch. Still on that left side, but maybe further towards the back of the neck. Inhale that head all the way up, keeping that nice posture. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder, stretching down the right side. Keeping nice and tall, sitting up straight. Still feeling that inhale, belly rising, belly falling. Tucking that chin so it's now down to your chest, keeping that head over to the left. Maybe feeling that stretch in a slightly different part of the neck now. Inhale, head all the way up. Hugging those arms around the chest, really wiggling those fingers towards that spine. Absolutely keep the eyes closed if you're still breathing here. And then on your exhale, take the hands still crossed over to the opposite knees, and then drop your head, feeling this stretch down the back of your neck, your shoulder blades separating. Inhale all the way back up. Cross the arms the other way for that nice big hug. And then take those hands to the opposite knees and drop the head. Really allow that head to be super heavy, nothing holding onto it at all. Your neck is completely relaxed. Inhale, uncross those hands all the way up. Coming into a twist, taking the left hand to the left outer thigh. Right hand behind you, big inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, start to turn. Really thinking about the left rib cage spinning round to the right, still sitting up nice and tall. Still breathing. Maybe on the next inhale you can lift a little bit taller with the crown, and on your exhale you can spin that a little bit further round. Exhale all the way to the front. Moving on to the other side, we had a change of position from dogs and a dog added. Taking the right hand to the left outer thigh, left hand behind, lift up tall, and then exhale, spin. Keep lifting tall, keep spinning. See how your neck feels here, like I was saying at the beginning, that neck mobility. Are you able to move that gaze over the left shoulder? Or does it get to a point where you feel a bit stuck? Next, inhale, come all the way to the front, coming down onto our bellies. Taking our feet out wide, maybe you stack one hand on the other, rest the forehead onto your hands. And we're going to do some work, just some really, really gentle work with this internal, external rotation that we've been working on with our hips. So you're going to move your heels so that they're dropping inwards. Really feeling this movement coming from the femur, so that big thigh muscle. And imagining that hip joint, that ball and socket. The ball is rolling in that socket, helping those heels roll in and then roll all the way out. So really feel that movement delicately coming all the way from the tops of those legs. Rotate those heels inwards, working this external rotation, just keeping the heels here. Seeing if those heels can drop further and further down to the ground without too much pressure or effort. Just allow them to naturally sink further down. Inhale, heels all the way high and then over to the outside now, pigeon-toeing the toes inwards. Feeling this internal rotation of the hips. You'll be a bit clearer now whether you've got better internal or external Maybe one side is easier than the other, so really just start to think about that now. Inhale, bring those feet all the way back in together. Tuck the toes as much as you can, still just whilst we're lying down here, and drive the heels back whilst driving that weight through the toes. So you're getting a nice stretch down the quads and through those arches of the feet, through those toes. Now bend the toes so they're tucked under and just push that weight back in so that we're bending our toes the other direction. Take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, so that we're in this seated butterfly. You might just want to have a quick look because this is Ludo's favourite. If he can sit in between somebody's legs, he's got his head rested onto my leg. Allow those feet to drop down to the ground. Again, not really using any effort. Trying to relax that lower back and the glutes. Just letting those feet fall further down. Final inhale and exhale. Taking the legs all the way long again, sorry Ludo. And then pushing yourself up all the way into your all fours. Coming into our puppy pose so our knees are above, so our hips are above our knees. Walking the hands forward, keeping our hips above our knees, sinking the chest down. Absolutely grab a block if you want to rest your forehead onto the block. Working with our shoulder mobility, opening up that thoracic spine, that upper spine. Keep sinking that chest further down. Final inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly walk the hands all the way back in. Coming in to thread the needle, bringing the left hand high, taking that hand between the gap of the right hand and the right thigh, palm facing up, left ear to the ground. Maybe you take that right hand long. Breathing here. If you want to take the stretch any further, you can always take this left leg all the way out, driving that energy through the heel. Maybe you even take this right hand behind, opening up through that chest. Slowly come all the way back to your all fours. Other side. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, right hand through the gap between the left hand. Take that left hand out long. Maybe you even take this right leg long. And if you want to take it one step further, take this left hand, wrap it round. Next, inhale, place that left hand back down, all the way up, really nice. Settle this back down to your child's pose, knees together, feet together, forehead down. Hands behind you, allow those shoulders to roll inwards. Really feel this breath filling up the back and sides of the ribs. Hips sinking further down to the heels. Coming into our pranayama, push yourself all the way up, back to seated. Whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm going to do some triangle breathing today. So similar to our box breathing, if you practiced that with me before. So instead it's a triangle. We're going to be inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. Instead of then holding again, inhale straight away. So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, inhale. Just like a triangle. Okay. Once you've got that comfortable position, close down the eyes, hands onto the thighs. And we'll start together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, at your own pace. Without me counting you, maybe you up it to 5 or drop down to 3, just as long as they're equal. Really get into this rhythm. Maybe you say a mantra alongside. Something that works for me is something so simple. When I'm inhaling, I say, I am breathing in. I am holding my breath. I am breathing out. So maybe you'll find something that works for you, or maybe you can just concentrate on counting. All of this breath work that we do really focuses on reducing the cortisol levels in our bodies, the stress hormone, reduces that fight or flight, helps us to respond rationally, being able to stop, almost slow down what's happening, listen to our bodies and react in a way that is true to us. I know that for me sometimes I can use shortness that can be seen to be annoyance or irritation as a defense mechanism. Maybe it's because something scares me, or I'm afraid of something that somebody suggested. Or most likely it's because I doubt my own abilities. So I'm defending myself by saying, absolutely no way, that's a stupid idea. But now I am aware of these things. Yes, sometimes I still do react like that. But the majority of the time I can see what is happening. I can already feel my stomach knotting. And that is a clear indication for me that I am about to react in an instinctive way, rather than really thoughtfully, rather than considering how I want to respond. So working on this breath, reducing the cortisol levels, will allow you to do the same. And it's absolutely not a quick fix, and it takes work every single day. But it's a start. And that's all you can do. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Really coming to the end of each inhale, the end of the hold, and the end of the exhale. Once you come to the end of that exhale, take the hands to heart center. Bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. Dedicate time to you every day, whether it's just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of you breathing, observing. Or maybe even you're really getting these journals going and you're able to think, okay, a situation just occurred that I reacted in a way that I don't think that I meant to. Let me make note of that. What was the situation? How did I react? How did I want to react? All of this stuff, just like our muscles, just like I've got tight hamstrings, therefore I need to do X, Y, and Z. It's exactly the same, but it's just not so tangible, so we just don't put as much importance on it. So make a promise to yourself right now that you will dedicate time to you. Coming to the end of our session, taking the hands away from the eyes and blinking the eyes open. Thank you, Ludo, for joining today. He's so cute. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.